What is up, you guys? Oscar here with a new video. Before I get into it, though, I'd like to remind you all to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video, and turn on post notifications so that way you guys know when I drop a new video. So let's get into it. In today's video, I'm actually gonna do two videos. I really don't do Real Madrid preview matchups. Just because soccer is very unpredictable to predict. It's really hard to predict how scores are going to go. But with a lot of players injured, players on the COVID list, I will do a Real Madrid Villarreal preview video to talk about what is going on with Real Madrid, their rumored starting lineup. So stay tuned for that. But in this video, it'll be all about Washington football team taking on the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday, what are we in? Week 11 matchup. So let's get into it. And keys to the game. I'm gonna change it up just a bit. We're gonna do offense, the usual, but I'm also gonna add coaching because the coaching was horrible last game as well against the Lions. So let's start off with the offense. And the offensively, Washington just needs to start out fast or better than what they're doing. Being down 24-3, 20-3, 17-0 isn't cutting it anymore. It's just not. So first key, score as much, a score in the first quarter, second quarter. Washington has not been able to put a full game together. It's all been either hot in the second half, or in the Dallas case, hot in the first half but not hot in the second. Washington just needs to put a full game together offensively, score, get in the red zone. Don't make cute plays. I'll add more to that in the coaching side. So the first key is offensively need to get going. Because again, Washington cannot be falling behind 24-3, 20-3, 17-0, stuff like that. So that's the first key. Second key, feed key players. Did a good job feeding. Washington has done a good job, either be it Dwayne Haskins, Kyle Allen, Alex Smith to feed Terry McLaurin. We just need to get a run game going, and this will lead to my second key. Offensive line play needs to get better. We are down offensive linemen. Jaron Christian's on IR. Sadiq Charles is on IR. Cornelius Lucas is injured, so we don't know if he's going to start. So our offensive line is getting thin and thin. So our offensive line with who we got, next man up, gotta play better. So that way we can open up those gaps. Antonio Gibson needs to get more carries. I like what we're doing with J.D. McKissick, throwing it to him. We just need to get Antonio Gibson and Jaden McKissick more into the running game, because we are bottom in the league in rushing yards. I think we only rush for 91 yards per game, so that is near bottom of the league. So we need to get Antonio Gibson and Jaden McKissick going on the run game, along with the offensive line playing better. Avoid Alex Smith getting hit and sacked. So that is the next key offensively. So to summarize the offensive side of the ball, feed key players like Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, Terry McLaurin, and a rising star in my opinion, Cam Sims. If you can feed him, he looks like he's going to be a big threat. Dontrell Inman has been out, and if it were up to me, I would keep him out, because Cam Sims has been balling. Him and Alex Smith have a connection. So, feed your key guys. And then offensive line, needs to create gaps and protect the quarterback, Alex Smith, who's starting in this game. Defensively, do not commit mistakes. That is my first key. Penalties. The defense has committed just ridiculous penalties. Montez Sweat, jumping off sides, encroachment or whatever. Montez Sweat needs to stop doing that. I think it's in the majority of the games, what the teams have been able to get Montez Sweat off sides. That cannot happen. Chase Young, do not commit personal fouls and stuff like that. Pass interference. Do not, because that I don't want to get into if and what ifs, but if Chase Young didn't commit that personal foul, I don't think Detroit would have been in field goal range or in that 60-yard because the kicker made 60-yard plus field goal. If Chase Young didn't commit that penalty, I think Detroit would have to Matt Stafford would have to throw that football downfield to win the game if he really wanted to. But do not commit penalties on the defensive side of the ball is my first key, because that was one of the main reasons why Washington lost at the end against Detroit. So do not commit penalties on the defensive side of the football. Get to the quarterback. Cincinnati's offensive line isn't all that. Joe Burrow leads the league in quarterbacks sacked, so he's the most sacked quarterback. So Chase Young, don't rough him, but get to him and sack him. That defensive line is good. Our Washington's front seven is good. So if we can get there, get behind, get to Joe Burrow, force him to either throw a pick or sack him, or force a strip fumble, that'll enhance the chances for Washington to win. Next defensive key, don't get burned. Kendall Fuller got burned on a few plays against Detroit. Who else? Who got burned? Oh, what's this guy's name? Cameron Curl got burned. Washington's defense do not get burned on big plays. Matthew Stafford was able, without Kenny Golladay, Matthew Stafford was able to throw to no-name guys downfield. I know Marvin Jones is a decent wide receiver, but other than him, Detroit doesn't have a receiving core, and Matthew Stafford was able to throw to him, and Washington got burned. So defensively, do not get burned on big plays. Kendall Fuller, do not get burned on big plays. So that is my next key. Right now, it's looking like DeSager or Everett is injured, meaning, oh boy, Troy Apke is going to start at free safety, and that is concerning because he got burned when he started at free safety, and he could have gotten burned against the Detroit Lions, but I don't know. I guess Kendall Fuller was able to save that big play, but do not get burned on big plays. I know that our defense, our secondary is questionable, even though it's like first in the league in pass defense, but all that can change if Troy Apke is playing. So next key, do not get burned defensively. So to recap the defensive side of the football, do not get burned, do not commit stupid penalties, do not get to the quarterback, force sacks, force fumbles, force the turnovers. We need to win the turnover battle, and that can go hand in hand with offense and defense. Win the turnover battle, because we fumbled on that one play from Terry McLaurin, but that was a questionable fumble call. The refs just decided to, side with Detroit on that one. So, win the turnover battle, and offensively don't turn over the football. So those are the keys for the defense and offense. Special teams, I am shocked. I'm shocked that Dustin Hopkins has not been let go. He has cost Washington, points. He kind of cost Washington the game against Detroit with a missed field goal. I'm just sick and tired of having him miss extra points and field goals. I'm surprised he's still employed. I don't know what it is with Washington being, loyal to this guy, but he has missed field goals every single game that he has played, or he has missed an extra point. The special teams needs to get better. Do not allow kickoff returns or punt returns for touchdowns. Do not allow, the Cincinnati Bengals special teams unit to get into Washington territory. If that happens, I'm literally just going to say get rid of the special teams coordinator that Washington has, because he is garbage this year. He's been good the last few years, but he has been garbage this year. So special teams, do not. Dustin Hopkins, make your kicks, and make your extra points. If you don't do that, then get rid of him, because I've been saying that for a while. Like, get rid of Dustin Hopkins. If this is, I thought that last week would have been a breaking point. If he missed a field goal and that comes back to bite Washington, then get rid of it. Like, I'm pleading. I think Washington fans should start a petition to get rid of Dustin Hopkins in Washington. I don't care who Washington has to pick up as a kicker. Just get rid of him, please. So that is the special teams. Keys, make kicks, make your kicks that you need to make. Don't let Cincinnati get behind you on punt returns and kick returns. And then coaching. Don't be cute. That's all I gotta say. Ron Rivera and Kyle. Ooh, not Kyle. Scott Turner. Don't be cute. Washington was in the red zone on their first drive against Detroit, and they do a jet sweep or whatever it's called, that trick play. It loses like 10 yards, and then Washington gets sacked. Alex Smith gets sacked, and we're out of field goal range. Don't be cute. If you need to run it, run it. Washington's not that good with those trick plays, so do not try to run those. The coaching has been questionable. Ron Rivera has been questionable, going for 2 when he doesn't need to. I get with the fourth downs. He's been successful with the fourth down conversions. I'll give him that. But Scott Turner, do not be cute offensively. If we're in the red zone, either run it or throw a screen. That is what Alex Smith is good at. Checking it down. But check it down forward. Don't be cute. Don't run those trick plays, because Washington is not gonna get yards doing that, because again they lost big yardage on one play, and then of course the sack forced Washington on to punt in their offense. So don't be cute. That's all I gotta say about that. Don't make boneheaded coaching calls, going for 2 and stuff like that, and we should be fine. But score prediction, I guess we can talk about the score prediction. I picked Washington the last 2 weeks to win it, and I think all YouTubers should just say Washington should. It's a should win game, and it's a must win if you're trying to stay in the division. But I'm not looking at staying in the division anymore. I'm trying to win this division. I think we should just see who we got right now. So I'm just gonna say Cincinnati wins this. Something's gonna happen. Cincinnati's gonna win it 24-17. So yeah, that's my score prediction. Cincinnati wins it 24-17. Joe Burrow has shown, sparks of being the franchise guy in Cincinnati, so I don't think Washington is going to be good enough to stop T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. Joe Mixon isn't in this game, but that run defense, that's another thing. Run defense has been atrocious. We cannot stop the running backs for all we're worth, and we're supposed to be the top front seven. So, but no-name guys, we make no-name guys look good. So, that's another key defensively. I guess I forgot to add that is stop the run, please. Don't give up big plays to no-name running backs. We let Alfred Morris look good. We made Adrian Peterson and the rookie DeAndre Swift look good. So we just gotta, stop the run as well. So that is it for me, guys. Like I said, Cincinnati wins it 24-17. I don't have faith in Washington in this must game or should win. So I pick Cincinnati, as painful as it is. Washington goes to 2-8 into the Thanksgiving matchup. So, like I said, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video. As soon as I get information on Real Madrid's team and what's going on, I will post a video then. But until then, guys, I will see you guys next time. Peace.